Hi guys, this is Sean Davis with the Fort Cavazos Public Affairs Office. I'm going to be speaking with a representative from the Army Community Service Financial Management about a couple of things you should keep in mind of this holiday season with your financial readiness. That and so much more on this week's episode of the Great Big Podcast. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm joined with a new guest here today. Ma'am, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Thank you so much. My name is Sylvia Gavin. I'm a personal financial readiness specialist with the Army Community Service Financial Readiness Program, and I'm so happy to be here to talk finance. That's my deal.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome, Sylvia. Glad to have you here. So let's just jump straight into it. How did you get started with the ACS, and what was your inspiration? What led you to pursue this?
Well, my career is in the finance world. I love speaking about finance, teaching others ways or different things that they're able to do with their money, help them to save, just being successful with your money. How I got started, I was hired on about maybe 14, 15 years ago. And once I got hired on, I was like, wow, this is it. So one of the things I love is presenting. I love to, talk to people to give them better principles with their money and helping them to make better choices. So when that became part of my job, it was like, yes, give me my bag, let me roll. And going out to the units is also a specialty of mine. I love teaching the units and just helping people to be more financial sound and successful with their money.
Yeah, that's really good outreach. There's literally nothing wrong with financial readiness and making sure you account for everything. And no one likes getting surprised with last minute bills or something they didn't anticipate. So that's a really important skill.
It is, and it's very important. It's part of your life. It's part of the beginning of life, and even when you get ready to retire. So you always want to have a plan for all things that you're doing with your money.
Yeah, so let's try to localize it a little bit more to Fort Cavazos. Say I'm a soldier, I've heard about it, I've seen the billboards. What are some of the programs on post or services that if I wanted to reach out, where would I be able to find you?
Okay, we're at the Shoemaker Center on the second floor of the Army Community Service. We have our financial readiness program or our counselors for financial planning, as well as our Army Emergency Relief staff that helps soldiers when they are having difficulties in their finances. On our floor, we have subjects like budget debt management, credit booster. We have home buying. We have first line leader training, because a first line leader, they need to be able to guide their soldiers in their financial planning as well as being successful with their money.
Right.
We have that. Maybe a brand new baby is coming on board. So we have what I usually say is all things financial. We're there.
My introduction to it was actually around this time last year, when former Sergeant Major of the Army, Grinston, came around, and he was, talking to a lot of people. He came on the podcast here. Yes. Do you have any, it doesn't have to be Grinston, but do you have any events that people can look forward to?
Most definitely. We have what we call our holiday home buying session or seminar. What we do at that session is we bring all aspects of home buying. We have, I'll give a brief presentation to take you from the ins and outs of purchasing a home. Okay. We have the banker perspective. We have a banker that's going to be there. We have the Veterans Administration that's going to be there. They have their perspective of what it is. And you know what? We reached out and got somebody from legal, because we want to make sure that you're doing the right thing with anything legal as far as your home buying. That's going to happen on December 11th. We have two sessions, 9:30 and 13:30. or 0900 and 1 o'clock for those that are civilian. So what we want to do is be able to present those 2 sessions. You'll come in, you'll sit down, we'll give you everything that you need. Oh, I forgot, we got the Texas Veteran Commission. They're going to be there as well. So what we want to do is be able to assist soldiers in home buying. You know, that's like one of the major expenses or purchases that you'll make in finance is buying a home, and it's the largest. So we want you to be able to be comfortable where there's no what you call pressure. We're not getting any commission. We're not doing any of that. We are there to give you information to help you with that. How do you get to our seminar? You can call me at 254-288-6868. You can go to our website, ACS Financial Readiness Program, and you can. Now, you don't have to register, but we want to know if you're going to be there. So if you will, give me a call and say, hey, Ms. Gavin, Sylvia, I'm going to be there, and tell me what time, and we will be glad to have you to give you that great information that soldiers need to have.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, I have no experience buying a house, but I already know, like, the idea of purchasing a home is pretty daunting, even just on the civilian side. So when you add in the effect of being a soldier in the Army, there's also a lot of things that you don't want to miss out on. You know, what resources are available, navigating all that and putting it all together. So having someone that's, you know, knowledgeable on that side too is really good thing.
It is.
Yeah.
And even without the seminar, we will host a one-on-one. Let's say you're already in the process of purchasing your home. So, hey, come by, talk to us. Let us take a look at your contract. Let us explain, you know, because you got some language that you're now aware of or that you have never heard of. So we want to be able to explain you, what does that mean? So we'll be able to sit with you and say, hey, this is what an escrow is. This is what it entails. And this is how you're going to pay that escrow. So we're able to really sit down and get into the nitty gritty is what I call it, into purchasing a home. So we want them to come on out. And if you're not able to make the seminar, still call our office and make an appointment so you can sit down with a counselor so we can still go with the ins and outs of purchasing a home.
Do you have any instances that you can tell us where you made a considerable difference in a soldier and their family's life doing stuff like that?
Yes, at one time, the Army Emergency Relief, they had a program where they were asking soldiers, or I should say giving soldiers a loan for up to $10,000 debt, interest-free, to where that they can get ahead of their debt. So we had this one soldier that he signed up for that program. And when he signed up for the program, not only did he and his wife, they took the program, paid off that debt, and they paid off the loan, as well as they were able to purchase a home after that.
Oh, man.
Because they went out. They got an extra job, which, of course, he, coordinated through his unit. They did extra things to get extra money, and they were able to pay that debt off and purchase that home. So I thought that was fantastic because they went that extra mile, you know. When you go that extra mile because someone is giving you a benefit, that is so perfect for you to excel in your finances.
Yeah, that sounds refreshing.
It was really fun, and I really appreciated that family, and hopefully they're still doing well.
Yeah, awesome. Well, on that note, what are some of the trends that you see with soldiers in terms of like financial issues? What are some of the things that you can say could be avoidable? Have there just been more awareness of?
Budget.
Okay.
When a soldier is able to budget, we see a lot of soldiers that are overextending their income. So they have more expenses than they have income. So when you have more expenses than income, of course, you have a deficit. So I feel a soldier would benefit from having some type of budget planning to where they're able to see all of their expenses, see what money is coming in, set everything up, pay them on a monthly basis, which also helps their credit score. So if they have that budget and that budget planning, and some people may not know how to do that, and that's something that we do on every first and third Wednesday. We have a class on budget debt management at 0930. Where they're able to come in and sit down and speak with the counselor. We'll have a class so we can assist you in doing so. So that budgeting is like I call it the initial insert to financial planning. I tell everybody, you can't do nothing without your budget. If you don't have a budget, you don't know how much money is left over. You're probably spending money that you don't have, or you're doing something with your money that you shouldn't be, okay, not taking care of your responsibilities. So with that budget, that is the first step in financial planning. And we have those that we do every month, every first and third Wednesday, we have that.
Okay.
And then I'll add to that, we also have what we call a credit booster class. Maybe you have not had any credit, or you want credit, or your credit is kind of bad, or some things are not going well. So we have that credit booster class, which we have on that same first and third Wednesday, but it's in the afternoon at 13:30. So we're able to sit with you and teach you about credit. A lot of people think they know credit, but most times they don't, because they get in trouble, you know. So we want to be able to give you the right thing that you need to do for your credit, so that you'll be able to do the right thing with your money.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, I'll go ahead and do this one, is our savings and investing class. You know what, as soldiers, I'm an ex-soldier, so we do well with saving money, but we don't realize when we're just saving money into a bank account, then that's not giving you the optimum interest.
Right.
So you may want to do something a little more. So our saving and investing class will help you by giving you different principles and different ways that you're able to make your money grow for you. You know how, what's that old cliche, have your money work for you?
Yep.
That's what that saving and investing is about.
Yeah. No, that's great, because there's a lot of nuances for that, especially like for budgeting. You know, you can only control so many things. You know, like how much money you got coming in. You know, absent a promotion or something like that.
Right.
You know, that's going to be fixed. How much you're spending on rent and all these other things.
Right.
You know, there's some things you can cut, but like, you know, mortgage is mortgage and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a whole suite of things that I think, like being involved with the community. You know, you see these people and they get kind of they're kind of working in a vacuum. They don't know what's out there, because it's not even just like, oh, you know, you got to just do some arithmetic, but being able to be aware of, like, for instance, like the holiday, there's the center's workshop, there's all these other instances that can help you, you know, cut costs, things that you wouldn't have to spend money on if you can avoid it, you know. And I think that's a great connection and a great segue to, you know, be connected with your community, be aware of what resources are available to you and how that can impact your budget, help you, and, you know, navigate through the holiday seasons.
People don't realize, you know, most of the time we will capitalize on the presents. But when you're talking about a holiday, there's so much more to the holiday. If you're inviting people over, there's the food cost. If you're, you know, the person that loves to decorate, there's the cost of decorating. And then you have the gifts, and if you're going home or whatever. So there's so much more than just the presents. You got to calculate all things in there, and those things cost. So if you don't calculate that, you could find yourself on the deficit side after the holiday, and that's something you don't want to do. So you want to try to plan ahead. In fact, let me ask you a question. When do you plan for the next Christmas?
It just depends. You know, I try to live in the moment as much as possible. I can't speak for everyone, you know, but honestly, I'd probably say the first time when I start hearing Mariah Carey in the department stores,
Right.
Yeah, it's Christmas is on my mind.
Yep, I understand. Yes, and it starts early. You
Yeah,
know,
thank goodness.
Christmas starts around October.
Yeah.
in most stores and stuff. So yes, yeah, but you want to start planning the day after.
Okay.
You know, and I'm not talking about that's Black Friday's on Thursday. We don't want to talk about that.
Oh.
But I mean Thanksgiving. But the day after Christmas you should. But you know when most people truly plan for Christmas?
When?
Today. No. They actually they actually plan like the week before.
Okay.
The week
Wow.
before, the day of, or the day before. So that's really not good planning practices. So yeah, so most times you want to plan right after Christmas ends. Go ahead and get that list out. How much money are you going to allocate for your spending for Christmas? And then what you want to do is set up a budget plan, work towards that budget. And you know, I don't know how old you are, but back in the day, you used to have what we call the Christmas Club. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm that old. Okay. So we had the Christmas Club where the bank will take your money, they'll hold your money, and you put money in there for 12 months. And then at the 12th month, then you would go and get that money that you saved up, and then you can do your Christmas shopping. Okay. So we don't have that today, and we may not even need it, but there's some practice that we need to start and to do for planning for our holidays, because not only Christmas, we spend a lot of money at Thanksgiving, and that's coming up soon. So with Thanksgiving, you want to be able to set that up too, because you're inviting people over, you're spending money.
Thank you so much for coming in and talking about the Army Community Service and all the financial resources you guys provide for soldiers. I think that's a really important mission, really fun and involved. So thank you for that. Is there anything you wanted to end it on before we leave?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I want also just to know that we have 4 personal financial readiness specialists that's available for appointments. We want to be able to sit down with you when you do have an issue. We speak with you when there's a security issue as far as your security clearance. We want to be able to sit with you on a one-on-one for budget debt management.
Okay.
Talk to us, call us, and make an appointment. And then don't forget, the Army Emergency Relief is available for you when you do have a financial crisis. We don't want you to go down and get to those predatory lenders. Come to AER, come to ACS first, and let us see what we can do. And I remember, I'm pretty sure our supervisor wants us to always find a way to say yes to your request. So please come and see us before you go downtown. We do virtual. You can just call us and we can set up a time for you to receive your application. You can also walk into our office, but get to us. That's what we want. We want you to come to us when you do have any financial situation so we can assist you with that, because you are never alone, and we want you to know that you're never alone, and we are there to assist you. Oh, one more thing I would like to bring forth is that, during these holidays and even through the woes of life, there's financial stress. So we have a program called the TRIO training, and that's going to happen on 10 December at 6 p.m. So we want you to reach out. There's going to be someone there from the Family Advocacy Program, Financial Readiness Program, and that's also suicide prevention. So we want you to reach out to the TRIO training. You should see some things on our website through ACS that will help you get to that program. But we want to know that we are all over and wanting you to have the best experiences with finance as well as your life. So reach out to the TRIO. It's called TRIO, TRIO program.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you again, Sylvia. Do you mind stating the hours, location, all that again? Where can we find you?
Thank you. Yes, I sure can. We're located at the Shoemaker Center on the 2nd floor. Our office hours are from 07:30 to 16:30, Monday through Wednesday. On Thursday, we open up at 11 to 16:30, and Friday, we're open from 7:30 to 16:30. And you can also reach out to us on phone. But we're available for you, so please come on out and let us help you.
Okay. Again, thank you again, Sylvia.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. And we'll be back.
Okay, so maybe your commute doesn't look quite like this, but don't let the road throw you an unexpected curve. Many riders would tell you that riding in heavy traffic or on the freeway is the most dangerous thing people do routinely on a motorcycle. Not true. 73% of single rider mishaps happened on curves. Stay focused, stay aware, stay alive. Readiness through safety.
I'm Eric Rodriguez with your Garrison Public Affairs Office, and this is On Track with your Fort Cavazos Minute. Fort Cavazos Directorate of Family, Morale, Welfare, and Recreation will host Nature and Lights November 15th through December 31st at Belton Lake Outdoor Recreation Area. It will be open every day from 5:30 to 11 p.m. Those visiting can see a 5.5-mile Holiday Lights attraction. It costs $20 per car, minivan, or pickup truck, $35 for limos, 15-passenger vans, or recreational vehicles, and $55 for a 24-passenger van, $80 for larger vans or buses. Additionally, guests visiting on Monday through Wednesday evenings will receive a collector's 17th Annual Edition Nature and Lights ornament limited to one per vehicle while supplies last. People can also visit Santa's Village at Live Oak Pavilion, Santa's Depot near the marina and pony rides at BLORA Ranch, all open on Thanksgiving, Friday through Sunday, November 29th through December 8th, and daily, December 13th through the 24th. For more information, visit cavazos.armymwr.com. The Recreation Equipment, Checkout, and Sportsman Center Snack Bar and Pro Shop will permanently close November 15th due to budgetary constraints. The Sportsman Center Trap and Skeet Range will remain open. There may be minor disruptions during its transition to the DFMWR's recreation programs. Robertson Blood Center will have a temporary 3-week closure now through December 6th. They will be moving directly across the street into a temporary facility while the current building is fully renovated. That's all for your Fort Cavazos Minute. Stay tuned for more updates and information to keep you on track. More info can be found in the links below.
You're cheating.
That's not count.
You're cheating.
Hey, y'all ready?
You're cheating.
Let's go pop some caps.
Yo, grab my weapon. It's in the chair.
Final.
Oh, man. Nice. Bang!
Oh, easy up.
Is it loaded? Is it loaded?
I don't know.
Do you want to find out? Yeah, let's find out. What do you say, huh? Ever hear the phrase, treat every weapon as if it were loaded? It's clear. Don't be an idiot next time.
Welcome back to today's Great Big Podcast.
I'm Eric Franklin, also with your Fort Cavazos Public Affairs Office, and this is the Eric and Eric Show. No, I'm just kidding.
It's about to get awesome for them.
Oh, man, they would love it if it was the Eric and Eric Show. Man, so I had a chance to peek in on the podcast, and they were talking about finances, and ACS came in and talked about, not winter finances, but, holiday finances. And I'm already broke, so I don't know about you.
Well, I'm married, so I'm definitely broke. But as a young man who wasn't, the importance of budgeting, especially over the holidays. I mean, you always want to do nice things for your family and your friends, your loved ones, and you want to go over the top. You want to make that good impression, but you got to be smart. And especially with the way things are today, inflation's pretty high.
Yeah.
Wages, they're going up, but I mean, the gap is still kind of there. So getting stuff down and budgeting it out and making sure that you are, secure in your finances is really, really important, especially for our soldiers.
Yeah, and when she came in and she offered all of those resources and those classes that they offer down there, I think I know they were there when I was in, when you were in as well, but I just don't think we took part in it. I don't think we cared enough. I'll be honest. I don't think we cared back then enough to be like, oh, we need to pay attention to our finances. But I'm lucky that later on in my military career, I had a first sergeant who said, start putting all your money into your TSP. Start saving money. And I think that was the switch for me that said, you know what? I need to start taking be more, fiscally responsible, as they say.
That's a big word. You're lucky it's not Wednesday. So, no, I'm just kidding. No, you're absolutely right, and I totally agree. Like, when I was a younger soldier, I didn't pay attention to any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't really on my radar. I figured, the Army's taking care of me. I'm getting a paycheck. As long as I do the right thing, I'll be okay. But you're right. As I got older, I figured things out, and I feel like the soldiers today, they're more well-rounded and more responsible when it comes to stuff like that. So I hope, and I'm pretty sure they will take advantage of ACS's programs and the different programs that we're running across the post to keep these guys, in check.
Okay. So what do you and the family have planned for this weekend?
Ooh, this weekend coming up, we got a really big jiu-jitsu competition. So this past weekend, I spent a lot of time with my students kind of game planning and doing like last-minute little tweaks of how they do stuff. So it was a lot of that and a lot of barbecue.
Barbecue, yeah. I think really the only thing I'm doing this weekend, I did this past weekend and this upcoming weekend, I have lawn work. This past weekend, I cut my grass. Next week, the mulch that's in the front yard, I'm going to take all that up next weekend and just replace it because I kind of do a festive thing every, the fall and the spring. It changes it out also because there's a lot of weeds, and that's probably the easiest way to get rid of all of them is just take all the stuff up.
So you change the colors of the mulch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like right now it's like this black earth tone one, and there's this really red, looks like a bright red orangish color one that I want to use for the
Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Christmas, Thanksgiving time. So
That's a pretty
we'll
cool
see
idea.
how- And then I won't change it out till like March, and then that's probably when I have to go redo it. All right. Well, that's all that we have for this week's episode. Make sure you tune in, like, follow, share, and all that other good stuff. I guess we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
See you later.